letters. I'm gonna try and tone it down a little bit. If you didn't watch the first video in the series, check that out. I'll leave a link down there. We talked about how to make and craft your resume. Every company is gonna know when you're kind of just using the same lines on them as everyone else. You wanna make that company feel special, like they're the only company in the whole world. That's what you're doing with your resume, and that's what you're gonna do with your cover letter. I love writing, I love expressing myself, and that's really what your cover letter is. View it as a chance to express yourself and tell this person how badly you want this job. Don't come off as desperate, but definitely come off as passionate. Again, if you have any questions along the way, leave a comment, tweet me, whatever you want to do. So, let's have fun with this. The structure of your cover letter is going to be the most important thing you do. Let me break it down for you. There's going to be 4 paragraphs. I call it the 4-paragraph format. Let me go over them briefly. First, who you are. Second, why you should be working there, your experience. Third, why you want to work for that company. And then 4, your call to action. First, your greeting. This is super important. You almost never want to say, dear to whom it may concern. It seems very careless and like you didn't do your research. It's just kind of like, okay, anybody out there? Like, God, are you there? Like, you want to be as specific as possible. So on a job posting, usually they'll say contact Kim Kardashian West at kimk.com or something like that. I hate that I even used her name in my video. I'm gonna throw up. If the information's literally right there for you, like if they're giving you the information, that's for a reason, use it. In your cover letter, clearly address them because they're handling the hiring. So you want to say, dear Miss Kim Kardashian, or dear Miss Mia. If you don't know who the letter's going to, if it doesn't have a contact on there and it's like through online rather than through an email, or if it's more than one person, be a little more thoughtful in your greetings. When I applied to my Smithsonian internship, I said, dear Smithsonian internship coordinators. You just want to make it seem more specified rather than like to whoever. Like it just seems like very generic. We're not trying to be basic. Get specific. Your first paragraph is basically answering the question of who are you, why do you want this job? The opening paragraph is interesting. It's very unique because I think everyone does this one differently. The only thing you don't want to do again is be a basic like, no. My first sentence of my cover letter is my objective. This is mine. Hi, my name is Mia Brabham. I'm a spunky and driven content creator with a love for all things creative, a passion for storytelling through writing, design, and video, and I'm highly interested in blank. I usually change that up a little bit depending on what it is. You never want to say hey. You never want to say what's up. Don't be informal, but also don't be so stiff. I think people are way too stiff in the job search, and I think what will get people's attention is really just your voice. Like whether you are like writing a creative nonfiction book or just your cover letter, you have a voice and you want to use your voice. You don't want to be stiff, like, and if you are stiff and that's your voice, try not to be so boring. I'm not kidding. Just like spruce it up a little here. They want to feel your passion. So like I said it here, I'm like, I'm spunky, I'm driven, I'm a self-starter, I'm a content creator, I love all things creative. Like just really show who you are in that first paragraph, and then always end with saying, I'm very interested in. You can even take it a step further. What's so exciting about that position? Another option is to tell a story. I've only tried this once when I was like 12 and I wanted to have an agent in the small town of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I wrote this lady named Sylvia Hudson, and I literally told a story. I wonder if I could find it. We should read this together, guys. It could be hilarious. Hi there, my name's Mia Brabham. I'm seeking representation with your agency as a model and film and television actor. Rather than just informing you of my experience and abilities, I want to tell you my story. September 2nd, 2007, 12 years old, 7th grade. My friend and I choreographed the dance, decided to record ourselves performing the routine, and put it online for fun. We chose a website we heard of by the name YouTube, made 2 years earlier, which was not a big website yet. Little did we know the song on the website became huge. Before we knew it, people on YouTube were searching the song like crazy, and our video was featured on the first result page. We now have over 150,000 views on that video. From there, I started getting more and more viewers and decided to make other types of videos. I began filming skits, music videos, movie scene remakes, vlogs, parodies, and videos of me and my friends. That could catch someone's eye by telling how you got into your industry, or telling why you love your industry so much, or something that's applicable to the position. You immediately stand out because your story is unlike anybody else's. Unless you're just like, when I took my first film class in school, I was so excited about it, and I just loved that I was emotional from these movies. You're gonna sound like everybody else. Tell an individual story about why you love what you do, and that's a good opening. So again, you just kind of want to say who you are, why you're writing. Ta-da! Next paragraph. You always want to get to like the core of what you're doing and find those 3 positions that really speaks to that. For a podcast position, it's really about telling stories, right? So of course, I'm going to talk about my YouTube. I'm going to talk about my podcast that I started called Last Laugh, which is on YouTube. And I'm going to talk about my blog, A Year of Lessons. Can stick to just kind of like your top 3, and it can be professional, it can be personal, whatever. Don't highlight everything. You don't want to verbatim just regurgitate what you already said in your resume on your cover letter. You want to really dive into your experience. So for example, I worked at Curate Academic Planning as video assistant, and instead of just saying I worked on videos, I would say one of my favorite projects I worked on in this position was job search diaries. It was a 3-part blog series where I talked through how to get a job, which is similar to what I'm doing now, and it garnered over like 150,000 views, which is not true. Again, like I said in the resume video, you want to quantify everything because it gives you authority. Write how many people you presented your project to. Write how many people your project reached. How many people did it help? You just want to quantify everything. If I'm really passionate about an application or a position, I'll break it down into my personal initiatives and then my professional initiatives. It's very elementary, but you always want to start your paragraph saying your exact intention of that paragraph. For creative storytelling, not so much, but for things like this, you don't want to confuse the employer by jumping all over the place. Just how you started your first one saying, hi, I'm Mia, I want this job. I would start my next one by saying, I believe proactivity is the heart of all work. They know in that paragraph, I'm going to talk about my personal initiatives. So a sentence or 2 on my YouTube, a sentence or 2 on my blog, a sentence or 2 on my podcast, like a sentence for each, not like a paragraph for each. Then in my next paragraph, I would maybe say, I took my personal interest and made them professional, period. That's my opener. They know that I'm now going to talk about my professional interests. So I would start talking about career and academic planning. I would talk about my internship at E-News, at Smithsonian. Whatever applies, whatever 3 positions most apply to that position that I'm applying for, I'm going to make each a sentence and talk about a special initiative that I took. Next, 3rd is about why you are applying to the company that you're applying to. This is a paragraph that I truly believe will hook a company when you're applying. They get people all the time who, have the same sort of experience as you, want the same sort of career path as you do. But what can also set you apart is why you love the company that you're applying for. Again, everybody likes to feel flattered, everybody likes to be complimented. This paragraph shows that you've done your research on the company. You want to talk about their mission, you want to talk about their values, you want to talk about a cool video they've just made, or a cool business initiative they just started, or maybe even the fact that they have personal development, or they volunteer, or they started an organization or a nonprofit, something like that. Build a connection with whoever's reading it. You can butter someone's biscuit, you can be genuinely interested, which you should be, and that's what this paragraph is about. It's my favorite paragraph. But the whole point here is to wrap up this paragraph with how you would be an asset to this team. That's why they want to hire you. That's why they want to make you part of the team. They know that you can offer something incredible. Past cover letters, I've been like, I know my fresh take on this. I know my creativity, my ambition, my proactivity will all set me up for success in this position. Like we talked about in the first video, you want to take characteristics from the job posting and put it everywhere in your cover letter, because again, it's going to run through a program. The company is going to pick out the cover letters that have the most similar keywords. So if the job posting asks for people who are detail-oriented, self-starters, creative, you want to put that in this sentence. Again, you don't want to lie ever, but the things that you see in yourself in the job posting, put it in your cover letter. So you'd be like, I think I'd be a great member of this team because I am a self-starter, I am creative, and I am detail-oriented. Lastly, your closing paragraph, wrapping it up, and kind of like a call to action. So I'll read it to you. It's super simple. I've attached my resume and the link to my LinkedIn page. If you have any questions, you can reach me via email at email or by phone number at phone number. I'd be more than happy to speak with you further and answer any questions you may have. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, which is so important. Always say thank you. Always say thank you for your consideration. Thank you for your time. And I look forward to hearing from you, which kind of entices them to reach out to you. Find a signature that really speaks to you as a personality. So all my best, sincerely, thank you. Whatever kind of speaks to who you are. You want to, again, it should have voice. Like it should be your voice in this cover letter. Consider making a logo for yourself to kind of brand yourself as a professional. I have like this bright red header that says my name in this really cool font on my resume. I have the same header on my cover letter, so it kind of looks like a package. Even if I opened it separately, you look you look consistent. They're like, oh, that girl has a look. Oh my God, I'm gonna snatch her. You definitely wanna have a consistent look. You never wanna go over a page in your cover letter. You always wanna keep it to one page. So always say your name in the first paragraph. I one time looked over a resume and they didn't put their name and I was like, who are you? That's really it for cover letters. My favorite thing ever. I hope that really helped. Leave a comment, tell me if it helped you. Tell me what you want to hear more about. Say hi. I love comments. Like, I'm never like, subscribe, even though I do want you to do those things. It'd be great if you did. But I love comments. I think engagement is so important. We don't leave comments and interact enough. I always reply to all of my comments, so leave a comment and say hi or leave your questions and I'd be happy to chat to you. Follow me on all my social media. Let's hang out, let's be friends, let's be pals, and I'll see you guys next time. There's one more. We're gonna talk about interviewing and networking, so be sure to watch the last video. Mwah! Thank you guys, and I love you. Have a good week, good luck, bye.